Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Bailey from the EMH, and I'm back with another Elephant Money video. And guys, I had to bring this one out to you because celebration time, right? Bertha has reclaimed her spot as the number 2 token holder of Elephant Token, right behind that graveyard. All right. So, how did she do it? All right. So, guys, what I want to show you is just a little bit of the behind the scenes, the master class that is just being displayed right now in tokenomics, and that is the Elephant Money Protocol. All right. So, if you're familiar with Elephant Money, you know that we have these two huge liquidity pools. All right. One that is paired with BNB and one that is paired with BUSD. All right. And both of them have been on an absolute tear so far in 2023. But if you look at it, guys, it's going to be a little deceiving just how awesome this protocol is really set up. All right. So this whole idea, guys, of building strength and liquidity through both of these liquidity pools makes us very, very diverse, and we can pull off a lot of maneuvers that other protocols couldn't. All right. So, one of our really deep liquidity pools is paired with BNB, which we all know BNB we're very high on, but it can have a lot of volatility day to day. All right. And BUSD. So we're also paired with a huge liquidity pool, BUSD, and that's kind of a stable coin. So that is definitely more predictable. And the interplay between those two is going to really start to show like how awesome BT has kind of laid out the liquidity and the backing of the Elephant token. All right. So as of this filming, guys, big dump in the crypto prices. And if we notice, BNB is down close to 6% so far, like on the day, right? And how a liquidity pool will work. So our liquidity pool that's paired with BNB, basically as BNB falls, our value of our liquidity pool will also fall. All right, because in our liquidity pool, the value of the elephant tokens is equal to the value of the BNB. All right, so if the BNB falls 6%, the value of our elephant tokens will also fall 6% in that liquidity pool. All right. However, all right. Strange things, guys, are afoot here. You're going to hear some weird words like people are going to start saying stuff like decoupling. The spring is loaded. All right. All these weird kind of sayings that the insiders of Elephant Money have. And I'm going to let you guys in on it. All right. So basically, guys, so here's one awesome play that we were able to just pull off. Right. So for instance, guys, we noticed that as we were building, the price of BNB took this huge fall, right? Now you notice that our liquidity pools, all right, sure, they're down on the day, because crypto in general is down on the day, but they're not down as severe or sharply. Why? All right. Well, what we were able to do is because we're building these liquidity pools simultaneously, if say BNB, takes a big fall, right? We're going to have that much more BUSD where Bertha can actually, if she wanted to, and we did this, she could sell some of her BUSD and basically what's called buy the dip, all right? Or to be able to scoop up much more elephant tokens on the cheap in the BNB pool. All right, so that's a pretty awesome maneuver. Also, guys, we have this flexibility where, say, if BNB kind of skyrockets, we'd be able to sell some of that BNB, and we would be able to then Bertha would arbitrage and buy more from the BUSD pool. All right. So it's basically what we're going to be doing is always capturing value through arbitrage, between both the BUSD and the BNB liquidity pools. All right, so it's just another kind of stroke of genius, and an awesome maneuver that BT has kind of input into this Elephant Money tokenomics system. All right, true masterclass, guys. All right, now I want to show you guys something here because this is like, all right, the little hidden details that you might not see. Okay. All right, so um, in elephant money, guys, a lot of times, people pay attention to the price of tokens, right? The price in like BUSD or like USD, right? Um, but if you ever have a liquidity pool with like BNB, you can actually switch to price in BNB. Okay, let's do that here. Whoa, look at this crazy spike. Okay, so let's see from yeah, so from like the 19th or so of January, we see this huge gain, all right, in price per BNB, all right, and then even here, this huge spike for today, all right. What's going on there, guys? All right, so this is called the spring. All right, the spring is now loaded. Okay, so it's a little secret stealth maneuver. All right, this is a price that not many people pay attention to. But what's that showing you guys is it's basically showing you the relationship between the BNB tokens and the elephant tokens. All right. So it's leaving out the price. So it's the ratio of BNB to elephant token. All right. And all those zeros and everything. Basically, what that's representing, guys, is that we have about it's right here. All right, so 0.395 billion elephant token per BNB or per BNB coin. Okay, and this is on the Dune dashboard. All right, so what it's kind of showing you guys is that every single billion elephant, all right, is now worth close to 40% of a BNB coin. Okay. Whereas, guys, in the beginning, a few weeks ago, like every billion elephant was worth, say, only about 32% of a BNB coin. All right. So that's what makes it, guys, so much more resilient is that, sure, like the price will drop the same percentage initially when BNB falls. All right. But since the elephant token is now worth a greater amount of BNB coin, then any sort of transactions will instantly kind of prop up the price much more than what you would expect for the BNB relationship. So that's what we're going to be calling kind of decoupling. You're going to see that BNB goes down, elephant will actually it will go down with it, but then it's going to rebound that much more quicker when this ratio starts to get higher and higher, which means we own more BNB. So elephant tokens are worth a greater percentage of a BNB coin. All right. So you can see that arbitrage right there where Bertha was able to sell, all right, some of her elephant token to beat for BUSD. And then she was able to use that to scoop up a tremendous amount more of elephant tokens from this pool here. All right. So that's how she got her title back of a number 2 holder. All right. So pretty sick. Now, guys, one other thing I want to show you about this ratio. Okay. So this is our constant product formula. All right. For today for the BNB LP. All right. And what we're going to be seeing is so that kind of that ratio there, all right, as we move down and we gain more and more BNB, all right, that ratio is just always going to get bigger and bigger and larger, which means that billion elephant token is just going to be worth a greater and greater portion of a BNB coin. All right. So it's basically elephant is going to be exerting its dominance over BNB because it can actually travel down this constant product formula curve so much. Whereas in traditional LPs, you're not going to see that because they don't have Bertha and the elephant treasury tokenomics at play. Huge, guys. All right. And then one more thing, as we venture down, all right, we venture down this constant product formula more and more. Let's look at our price equation. Okay, so we all know, guys, that the price is going to follow this parabolic equation. All right, and this is the BUSD pool, this is the BNB pool, and what you just want to just pay attention to, and this was one of our price equations that I was working with a couple of weeks ago. All right, as more and more value all right, gets added to these liquidity pools, it takes less capital to increase the price. Okay, so if you picture just kind of moving over like one box here, can we go up a box? But we move over one box here and we go up a little more than a box. Okay, we go over one box here, which is the same amount of capital. The price goes up even more. Okay, so as we're moving down that constant product formula, all right, and we're building our strength and dominance over the BNB token in our liquidity pool. All right. Sure, BNB can fall 10%. All right. Elephant token will initially fall that 10%. All right. But then when Bertha buys it, all right, a small amount of capital will just bing, shoot up the price right away. And we're still rocking and rolling and we're off to the races. All right. So just another one of the many just facets of elephant money that just makes this the most dominant protocol in the game. All right. More and more education around it, more and more adoption. People are just going to be realizing just how much of a masterpiece that this system is. All right. How sustainable it is. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. So keep doing a great job. Keep everyone just kind of make sure everyone knows about this elephant token. All right, it's going to be a life-changing experience. Get into the futures contract and start building that for long-term prosperity. And things will be looking good, guys. 2023 is year of the elephant. All right, this is Bailey from the EMH. I'm out.